Hello folks, welcome to episode 6 of our beta save with Wolves for FM23. Really enjoying this and I hope you are too. So, we've played 7 games since we were last together. We've scored 13 goals, almost 2 a game. Problem is, we've conceded 20. Yeah folks, it has been an interesting period. We've signed a bunch of players since at the end of the transfer window. We're going to have a look at that in a second. We have picked up points as well, which is nice, but we still sit in this lower mid-table position, and the board aren't liking that. And I have been in to see them to try and explain why we're not doing what they want us to do. I mean, I may have said something to do with injuries. I didn't say the fact that our entire backline do not understand how to defend, which seems to be the case. Anyway, let's have a look at the transfers in, because you will be surprised. We've some in, some out. Looking at the outs first of all, Daniel Podence has left to go to Monterrey. It's Mexico, I think, for about £9.25 million. I didn't trust this guy much at all. I mean, he's fast, but I don't know. I just didn't trust him. And looking at his attributes, he's not a bad player, but yeah, didn't particularly feel he brought anything to our team at any point, which is a shame. Other player out, Sasha Kaladzic. He has left to go to Shakhtar. Another player who I think could be a decent player. He's just lacking a lot in terms of pace. Decent player other than that, but again, I couldn't work him in the team, so you know he's gone, and we got a bit of money for that. So who have we bought in? So Danny Ceballos is actually here now. I think he's quite the player, isn't he? Looks a solid player. Look at dribbling of 16, first touch 16, passing 16, technique 16. Oh my. He's not started off amazingly, but he's not started off terribly either. So I'm really happy with this signing. The only issue is he doesn't play in that sort of DM position as a deep line playmaker. I would kind of like him to be able to do that. But decent signing, and from Real Madrid. Nice. Next up, Divock Origi. So we lost Diego Costa, sold him, and we spent about the same amount of money to bring in a player who I think is probably infinitely more effective because he's of his age. Divock Origi's already scored a goal, and he's got an assist. He's done pretty well since we've had him. I think very, very solid striker. I'm happy to have him in the squad, and yeah, he seems to do quite well in that advanced forward role, but he can also play as the second forward as well. We've played him on the left. He didn't do very well on the left, so maybe need to figure that one out a little bit. Another signing from Portugal this time. Andre Franco signed him from Porto for £5.75 million. Pretty solid signing. Can play all the way across the attacking midfield three. Can play in that midfield position as well. He's not so effective there, but very good attributes. There's very little that's disappointing here. Okay, he'll get knocked down by a stiff breeze, but other than that, I'm pretty pleased with that. And look at the dribbling ability there. I mean, I think he looks a solid player. We're yet to kind of get him going yet, but I'm happy with bringing him in, and I think he will add to what we've got. He's apparently only 2.5 star. I don't see that myself. I think he's a good player. On loan, Harvey Barnes from Leicester. I think this guy's a fantastic signing. Physically, very, very effective. Again, not particularly tall, but he's got everything we want going forward. So we are bringing in some quality attacking players, which you will see has improved our ability. You can see here he's played 4 games for us and hasn't really done the business yet. But yeah, it's all right. Final signing, I wanted a centre-back. We bought in Leonardo Balerdi from, where's he from? Olympique Marseille. And I think he's a solid enough player physically, very, very able physically. He's not amazing, he's just good. And the same technically, in the right places he's got the numbers. They're not super high, but they're all right. I still think we need a superstar defender. Someone, I think we need to, if I'm still in a job come summer, we need to put all of our eggs in a centre back. And that's where we need to focus. A centre back is what we need desperately. Let me know what you think of these signings. I think we've got now some real good strength in depth up top. I just think we're lacking at the back. So after the Southampton game, which we lost, we have unfortunately had a really tough run of games. We played Brighton in the Cup, drew 2-2 with them, pretty good result. They scored a couple with Trossard getting them. Raul Jimenez got our goals, and classic draw for January. February has been mainly defeats for us, but we have picked up 3 points as well in there. So you can see here, 3-0 loss against West Ham. This was rubbish. We played terribly, didn't deserve anything out of this. Away against Brighton, we were really solid here. Probably could and should have taken this game, but we had a late chance, through on goal and missed it. They had very few chances, and then just in penalties. It's the second time we've been knocked out in penalties this season. So disappointing there. Against Leicester away, 11th in the league. Origi got a goal. Adama Traore scored. He's been really good, actually, really good in this period. But they scored 4 goals. And what I'm seeing is, and it's been January and February, the defence and the goalkeeper are just abysmal at defending. Against Brentford, 3-2 win here. Traore with a couple. Moutinho scored a free kick. They did try their very best to get back into it. But we got the points, happy with that. And then look at this game here against Liverpool. We were 3-0 down out of this game, and they got a player sent off. We then pulled it all the way back to 3-3, and I think we might have all the way back to 3-3. Then they scored again. We scored and then they scored, but the goals we were conceding were just awful. It was just like so static, our players. Particularly as we were creating chances. It's so disappointing just seeing our defence that bad. Traore, Jimenez with a couple, and Moutinho with the goals there. And against Manchester United away from home, we scored 2 goals. Johnny and Raul Jimenez with the goals. We were level with them for a bit. No, we weren't. I'm lying. Oh no, we were. But at 1-1, I was thinking at 2-2. But in the end, lost 4-2. I don't know what to say. I think we've been all right. We've been all right. Just defensively, we are dreadful. Any suggestions on how to improve things defensively, I am all ears. Let's just have a quick look at what the current tactic looks like, and you can tell me where I'm going wrong. So we are playing. This is our setup for next match. I have been playing Origi quite regularly as the second striker. We're going with this today because Courier can just slot in there as a second striker quite easily if we need to. But this is the defence, and this is the problem area. We're not attacking, because I think I had the wing backs on attack. I pulled them back off that. They're both centre backs on defend now, because ball winning midfield, ball playing defenders didn't seem to work. At the minute, I was trying to push them outside. The attacks, that wasn't particularly working either, because we were just conceding a load of crosses rather than ones through the middle. So I've not got anything on there at the minute, and our defensive line is kind of standard, so I don't want the ball over the top. I'm a bit stuck really as to where we can get this, where we can improve. But let's go and play Fulham and see whether we can take a point or 2 off them. Probably not 2, probably 3 or 1 or none. Right, here we go. Away against Fulham. As you can see, they're 15th in the league. They're 3 points behind us. They've conceded a lot more goals. You can see, actually, whilst we're conceding a lot of goals, we are scoring goals, which makes them interesting matches. But it's all a bit mad, really. It's a hard one to put right, because obviously I want us to continue to be creative in front of goal. I don't want to concede quite so many goals. And we're not playing attacking football either. We're on a balanced approach. It's just we are so vulnerable to the quick ball over the top or round the corner, and we seem to be so slow at the back and so slow to make decisions. It's disappointing. So team we're going with, as you saw, we got Jimenez up top, Guedes on the left, Correa and Traore. You're not seeing any of the new guys actually there. Nunes and Moutinho in midfield, and the back line, Johnny, Kilman, Balerdi and Semeno with Sarr in goal. In fact, yeah, Origi, Barnes and Franco and Ceballos are all on the bench for this game. So all the new guys are just sitting on the bench. But I think it's a decent side and we've got good options to bring on if we need to. We've had a couple of games which we've lost against two really good sides, but in both of them we gave a good account of ourselves and we won the game before that. So I'm hoping we're sort of turning the corner here. But it's first chance to them. Solomon on the right side. We have pulled it away. Raul Jimenez there just clears it, but it's coming back at us again, isn't it? Semedo though. Moutinho. He's been pretty effective with his free kicks. Scored a couple of those in the last few games. Semedo. Down this right side. Adama Traore not quite getting on it. Mateus, he's back from injury. Guedes. Johnny. Mateus. Oh, what a save that was. Leno just put his hand out and managed to put it past the post. But great start there. Looks like this is straight from the corner. Moutinho. We've set corners up. We haven't really scored many of them. Mainly because we're like tiny people. Correa. Presumably not Jim Correa. What? I thought Moutinho was angling up for a shot there, but the highlight just ended just as he was taking his foot back. That's cruel. Decordova, Reed, and Babu. And we've cleared it nicely. This is what we like to see. And they've hit the post, and Mitrovic is obviously going to be a real nuisance in the air. Such a quality player, I Mitrovic, for so many years. Here's Johnny, beats his man. I mean, this is the thing, they're so effective going forward, these two wing backs. But other than that, they are absolutely rubbish defensively, it seems. Right, come on, I don't know. I know it's Halloween, but you don't need to walk like a zombie, mate. Reed. Decordova, Reed. That's a poor ball. It's Adama Traore, who is probably one of our best players at the minute, but we've managed to get hold of it. Raul Jimenez, and he's gone high and wide. And there was a chance. Ball over the top. Guedes. They have cleared it nicely. Correa. And what happened there? Did he have a shot? What happened? Is that a free kick? Just outside the box. Moutinho. He's been very effective from this sort of distance. Come on, mate. Oh, hit the bar. Oh. And Decordova, Reed. He actually did quite well. Otto did quite well. Johnny did quite well there. I don't know why he's called Otto. I feel we've been good. We've had the chances. We've almost scored goals. Right, Guedes clears it there. Raul Jimenez didn't quite. Mbabu was just quicker. And that looked outside the box. That was outside the box. That was outside the box. Don't start telling me it wasn't. We've had some annoying decisions as well in this period. I think it was one game where we had 2 disallowed goals. No penalty. Yeah, that was my thought on it. 29 minutes on, we've played well so far. We've just not finished, which has not actually been like us. I would say we probably could, on another day, be 2-0 up. And Sarr has been uncharacteristically assured so far. I mean, the guy he's an absolute liability in between the sticks. You just don't know what he's going to do next. But Guedes has pulled that one away. He's done well there to get away from Mitrovic, and that's a dreadful ball from Courier. And Andres smashes it over there. They're finishing as well as we are. So I'm just tempted, actually, just to push. Because I don't think he's doing that much. Courier, he can do this very effectively in a deep line forward role. And I'm also just going to push the line of engagement a little bit higher. Jimenez looks a little bit too far down the field when we're trying to clear, when he's not getting over the top. It's going to stretch us a little bit more, but I think we might be more effective. Well, me talking about how effective we are in front of goal, how bad we are defensively, this game has proven both of those things wrong. We've looked pretty toothless. We've had chances and we haven't made the most of them. And actually, we've looked pretty solid defensively. So, what the heck does it all mean? I don't know. But, I don't know, pretty good. I think we've got this if we want. We've got players to bring off the bench. I'm happy with that first half performance. Very, very solid. Andreas, though, with a free kick. Wow. Well, that was... I don't know how close that was. You couldn't really tell, but it looked miles over. Well, here's Kilman. Here's Mateus. Matinho was... He looked like he was closed down quite quickly there. Matinho, he thinks so quickly, doesn't he? Semedo, down this right side, can he put a decent cross in? We haven't seen a cross. And another shot that was deflected, was it? Straight in the air. Bums. Well, bit of head tennis. You could have taken that down, but he decided not to. Well, Courier's done well there with his head, which is such a rare thing for us to do anything useful with our heads. Moutinho, Courier. Come on, play it through. That's beautiful. Guedes. Have we taken the lead? Oh no, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. You horrible referee. Oh, you... He went early, didn't he? He went early. Going to come at us, I think, here. Oh, no, we've done well there. Mateus has done really well to nick the ball off him. Beats his man. Then loses it. But Guedes is Adama Traore. It's back, and Leno is just smashed at Leno from the side. I mean, unless he dropped it into his own net, that wasn't going to be a problem. That's nicely done. Kilman into Mateus. Those two have done really well. And he's Guedes, Courier. There's a lovely ball. He's not offside there, and that is a lovely goal. Raul Jimenez with another goal. He has just told us that he is going to see out the end of his contract. I think he's got another year left after this. So we are going to have to think about how life after Jimenez. Right, well, that's pretty good. 1-0 up. Leno. I thought that was it wasn't the best ball in the world, was it? It was all a bit chaotic. And Adama Traore, if anyone has this, this is the man you want it to have. And there it is. That didn't make sense, did it? But Adama Traore scores the second goal. Oh, and that feels good. We're 2-0 up. And looking pretty strong, actually. Looking really, really good. Well, Guedes is a little frustrated with how things have been going. So we've taken him on. We've brought Barnes on. So you'll get to see at least that guy. Right. What would be really annoying if we managed to screw this up from here? There's a possibility. Tader, Paulinho. I thought we were going to take the ball off in there. Semedo. Oh, and we've just about cleared that. That was a complete mess defensively. So the ball's at the back, 76 minutes on the clock. They're looking to press us a little bit. Short to Johnny, that wasn't the best, but he's gone long with this one. And Ashley Barnes, no, it's not Ashley Barnes, is it? He just, he had no pace, no place. Come on. Right, so we're getting a little bit glitchy here, and it's gone wide, and Sarr makes the save. He's had probably his best game for about 3 weeks. 3 months, probably, Sarr. Martinho now at the back. We've gone along with it. Barnes has got it. It's beautifully into Courier, and Courier scores, and we're 3-0 up. Maybe not. Are we going to get this goal? That one looked more like it might be awarded. Yes, and it is. Beautifully done. Well, Ceballos is coming on in replacing Nunes, and Nuri is on at left back for Johnny, who's tiring a little bit and got a yellow card. Right, ball's at the back for Fulham. They're going to be a little frustrated. Here's Martinho. It's into Barnes. What's he going to do? He has a shot, and well, at least he makes the keeper make a save. It's been impressive for us. I have to say, I have been absolutely thrilled with how well we've played today. Last 2 changes. Divock Origi's on for Jimenez, and Franco is on the right side for Adama Traore. And those 2 can go off with some applause, I imagine. Well, I think what's really interesting is, for once, we haven't really made a huge amount of mistakes at the back. It's been good to see, actually. Not a single massive error, which, let's be clear, we have been making a lot of them. Solomon does well. Actually, Semedo does brilliantly there to pick that ball up. Into Courier. He plays a quick ball into Franco, but it wasn't quite right. And the Fulham attack starts again. They've got to score 3 goals in 4 minutes. They need to start quickly if they're going to do something. Wow. Hit the bar, or the post, that was. And here's Divock. Well, folks. That was a performance. That was really quite a performance. I was thrilled with how well we played there. And given what's come before it, it was exactly what we needed. So we proved we can score goals. That was always something we've been pretty good at, and I think the changes I've made have really helped us in that regard. But what we didn't do there was defend incredibly poorly. We were solid at the back. We're now sitting in 12th place, but the important thing here is we're just a point shy of Newcastle, who've dropped down the league. So we want to be catching up Newcastle and Leicester there. And I think we can finish 10th if we go about this properly. Let's have a look at the games to come, and we'll see where we're going to come back. So I think we're going to come back twice. I think we'll possibly come back for the Everton game away, and then we'll finish off with Manchester City at home there as the final game of the season. I've been pretty pleased with that, but I'd be really interested to see what you made of the lineup, what you made of the signings, and why you think we are having such issues keeping a clean sheet. I know we didn't see it today, but maybe you saw something in the performance which you can kind of point a finger at and say that might be the reason. Anyway, folks, I enjoyed today. We actually picked up some points. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.